Morning guys, March 31st, 2025. So anyway, I got a call from a lady. I've done some work for her before, did some burner service for her. Her and her husband and also her mother. I guess she watches her elderly mother. And I guess over there they got a problem when one of the toilets is leaking by. And I guess the husband went and changed the wax under the toilet and it's still leaking by. Well, that's not what's going to cause it to leak by, is the toilet flapper or the fill valve's bad. So it's an American Standard, and he had bought some parts for it, but I don't know if they're the right parts. But anyway, she wants me to go over there and see if I could help her out. So I'm going over there, and it could be one of those. I've seen it when there's the weird flush valve setup. They got some of these American Standards got this weird flush valve bucket assembly type of thing. This is Molly's new coat. She got all these coats from the Chinese Amazon. This one fits her good. Let's see, Molly. A little panda bear coat. She could have like 50 different coats, this dog. Coats and sweaters, and spoiled. Anyway, we'll try to get you some shots over there if I can. Set up the shitter cam. It's definitely a toilet issue. So, she said she locked the dogs up. I think she got a couple of German Shepherds over there, which is kind of a real serious dog. I don't want to take no chances with a dog like that.
Quarter mile. Be in either of the two left lanes. Then turn left on Bucks Corner Mall Road.
Dog like that could do some serious damage quickly. A Shepherd? Oh yeah.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Not good. So, the dogs would have to be locked up or I'm not going in. Anyway, we'll try to get you some shots over there. See if I can set up the shitter cam and give it a go. I like your new coat, Molly. I like the sweater, Miss Molly. Yeah, the little panda bear sweater. It's cute.
The other thing I forgot to tell you is apparently he can't release the valve to shut the water off to the toilet.
Say that again?
The thing that shuts the water off
Yeah,
to the toilet,
yeah.
he couldn't turn it, and I
Okay.
guess it's up against the toilet, so if you need to shut the water off, we need to do it down in the basement. But maybe I thought we'd be 40 somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Get it to budge, he said.
Yeah, alright. You're not much of a plumber, is he?
No. Good with the line work, but plumbers are not his thing. And plus, I think he's afraid of breaking something. You know?
Well, I mean, sometimes that's the case, right? You're afraid of breaking something and...
He'll fix your electricity for you, but up on the line, but
Alright, just needs a little how you doing. That's all. I'm scared of it, homie. This needs a little... Gets all rusty in there and crusty in the grooves. So, this needs a little loving. You know, fat chicks need loving too, you know. Need a little loving, that's all. Gets all there's grooves in there to get it full of shit. I'll clean it out once in a while. That should be better now. Yeah, that needs to be inside the thing all the time, you know. I don't know why it's out, but... that thing in there right. It wasn't spinning right.
And would that make the little clappy thing go?
Well, what happens sometimes is there's muck in there. It's possible that the valve on the bottom's not sealing right. One step at a time here, right? I'll make sure that rubber's in there right. Sometimes that's not in there right. It's an issue. Might not even have it in there. Make sure it's in there right, and I should be able to spin. This has to be in here. Oh, that's good now. That's sealed in there good now. That's the one that was in there before. That one looks different than the one that's in there. I don't think he's got the right one in there. Yeah, it looks like I spun it and I made sure it was set. It looks like it's sealing in there good, and I cleaned it underneath. It don't take much to be off a little bit, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's possible that flush valve itself is leaking by where it's connected underneath, but I don't think that's the case. See, it flushes with one time, but then if you have that hose in the toilet, it's not going to fill back up. See how low it is now?
Yeah.
By the time that's full, that water's going to come up there. See, it's coming up?
Yep.
Because it's inside.
And what happens is it's usually okay for a couple minutes after the flush, and then it starts up again.
Well, let's give it a couple of minutes then.
For a couple minutes. You want some,
I did that gasket. If that gasket wasn't set in there properly, which he might not have had it in there right, I played around with it, made sure I moved it around, and
So that's coming up. That's a great thing is coming up now.
see how it's coming up? The water level? Yeah, alright, so she filled pretty quickly and shut off. Let's give it a minute.
Yeah, let's give it a few minutes.
Usually you can see it leaking in here, but
How, when you flush the toilet in here, does that noise stop right away, or does it wait a little while? I thought it took a little minute.
it is possible that this valve isn't shutting off too, but I hate to change shit for no reason, you know? Unless I could see it being a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend money for no reason,
Now,
right?
how about the thing he's worried about under the toilet? Is there a way to tell for sure if that's a problem? It was drying up. See, when I clean, sometimes I clean in between there, so I wasn't sure if it was.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't see any water. That's probably flipping guy's probably pissing all over the floor and then
Yeah, that's why I'm always
blaming the flipping toilet, you know?
Now, does it look off kilter to you? He's worried that it's not on the right, and he's worried about the boys they have all.
Oh, it ain't bad. I mean, that's off a little bit. I could
Not
probably
horrible.
tighten it. Seems a little loosey-goosey.
Okay.
See how we moved it?
Yeah.
Let's give it a minute.
Okay. Do you want a cinnamon bun? I'm pushing.
Oh, I think I'm good with the cinnamon buns.
Okay.
I'm sweet enough.
How about a corn muffin?
No, I'm good.
Corn muffin top. No.
I'm good.
Okay.
Trying to lose some of the tonnage here.
Oh, I get you. I was just going to do it myself.
Well,
Can you give me a ballpark estimate? Because I'm going to give you cash.
well, let me do the job, and then I'll
Okay.
tell you how much it's gonna be. How's that sound?
That works. DJ, I'm just like you.
Oh, that ain't looking so good. Ain't looking so good. leaker. This side was loose. This side was loose. Sure. Seems to be good. Bad. I mean, it is leaking a little bit on the top. Just replace it, right?
I'd rather not worry about it. My mom,
It's dripping.
taking care of my mom, and it doesn't.
You can see it dripping out the top for sure. Got some flipping slime. You little slimy limey. Yeah, best to change it, seeing it's leaking and it's an issue. We don't want no issues.
Nope, we don't. I'd rather have it as good working all over.
Say that again?
I can't, the garbage men are wicked early, like 7:30. And
Really?
I used to put it out on top. I had a coyote in my front yard eating my garbage. My
Wow.
neighbor called me at 3:30 in the morning, Donna, don't let your dogs out.
Wow, a coyote.
Yep, there's a bunch of them out back.
Well, they're hungry too, you know.
Yeah, I know. And I don't want them coming after them. My dogs are pretty big, but still, there's 20 of them. It ain't gonna help if they're-
Wow, that thing is on there. That thing is really on there. Might have to grind it off. Wow. Wow. That thing is really on there.
What is it?
It's a nut. I mean, it was really tight. Usually they're not that tight.
I don't think Joe touched that. So that's
You never know, right? I mean, I always say that. Wow, that thing broke off. Wow.
Get it right?
That's fine. I mean, no big deal. Yeah, it broke off. I mean, been doing this a lot of years. That's the first time I ever broke one. See that? You're special.
Yeah, I'm special already.
Wow. That's how tight that nut was. A plastic shaft snapped off.
Wow.
That's bad. You don't think you're special?
No. I do not.
That's funny.
And that's something coming from an only child.
Wow. Wow, is all I could say. Well, the nuts. That's how tight the nut was. I snapped it. That's how bad.
And you have to make sure that that little thing is in the plastic thing, the little hose thing.
Yeah, well, we're gonna put a new one in anyway, so I'm gonna go with
It's the same.
crazy. You never know.
Aren't you so glad I called you?
Well, I mean, some things need to be done. And,
I was just so happy you said you did that work, because I didn't know what to do with it. Nowadays.
after what?
Nowadays, you feel more comfortable if you've had somebody come out and they've done good work, you know?
Yeah.
You know who you're gonna get these days.
Well, it's not a big deal to put a new valve in. Take 2 minutes, and then you'll be good to go. And this way here, it's especially when there's issues, right? Yeah, no problem. Just this toilet's
Yeah, you're on set, buddy.
I don't know if that's gonna leak or not. It's kind of a different nut. We'll have to see. I have a different style nut in the truck. I gotta. Weird. Weaker. This hole's, this new one's a little stiffer.
Oh, yeah?
Gotta go with the old holes, it's a little softer. Kind of weird, but that's how it is.
It works. I don't get behind there very often.
It's like every one of them's different, you know? It's like the new girlfriend. You get a new girlfriend, they're different than the old one.
I've always had the same one, so I don't know.
You're lucky.
I've been since I was 17.
Good for you.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was a little, that other one was more flexible. Sometimes it matters, see? This is a little stiff.
Oh, yeah.
A little shit like that separates the men from the boys. That, you know.
There you go. Those who know what they're doing from those who don't.
Put a new valve in. I had to use the old holes. It's more flexible for this design. If not, it seemed to want to spin in, the water would spit out. Yeah.
What you brought up it was, you make a debt, you pay a debt.
Right.
Before you do anything else. I like that nowadays.
How it is. I mean, I can't change that, you know?
But how come the water isn't coming up to where it was before?
Well, I could make an adjustment on it if I want.
Well, it don't matter to me. I just didn't. I try to learn little bits here and
Yeah,
there.
I could adjust it up a little bit. fill it more now and I can adjust it down. It should be 3/4 of an inch down. As long as it flushes right, I mean, that's all that matters. Okay, come up with it small.
How many years you been doing this work?
Me?
Your whole life?
Pretty much my whole life, yeah. Since I've been 19.
Wow. Good trade.
Yeah, so I'm down about 3/4 of an inch. That's better. That's gonna give us a little bit more of a flush.
Yep, that's good. Perfect. I'm happy as long as that sucker doesn't drip, drip, drip. Okay, fix it.
It's not the greatest setup in the world. Not much I could do about it. You know what I might be able to do is a different type of thing I could put on there. Better one. What was the one that came with it? There was one that came with it.
Hose.
Huh?
You said it was a stiffer hose.
Might affect the flush though, I don't know.
What does that mean?
Covering my ass?
No, but I mean, why would your ass need to be covered with something like this?
Well, in case there's a problem, I can look back and
I see. That makes sense.
let's see if this works. I don't know. The thing is, this thing spins a little bit and yeah, that should work better maybe. It's one of those things where you got to try a couple of things and see what works the best, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, you want it to be able to work right. And yeah, that's working better with that one. As long as it flushes when we fill it, is the thing.
The new one instead of the old one?
Because that might put a little bit too much weight on it. See that there?
Yeah.
That might put a little bit too much weight on it and not want to flush properly. Let's fill it and see.
Okay.
You can see how that's filling up the water. Before
Yep.
it was, did you notice it was low?
I did. I did. But I didn't connect it with the hose not being in the thingy. I didn't know it needed to be.
Yeah, when I came here, the hose wasn't in there.
Right.
It might just be that this is just a shitty design toilet. Well, I mean, it's just how it is, you know. Might have
It
to
doesn't
just.
drip. It's like
I mean, I
trying
could
to
put
water.
the old one back in there the way it was, but the problem is it after a while that thing tips a little, and then it wants to hit and it doesn't go down like it should.
Right.
This one might be better, this black one, but I don't know if it's gonna. We'll see if it fills. We're down. Yeah, see, we're down about 3/4, so let's. Yeah, that's better. See it?
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm gonna leave this other one with you, just in case. That's what was in there. But this black one seems to be working better.
What did this do?
That goes in here, and you take this black one out and you put that in there and you hook it on the edge. But that it wasn't
on
working
anyway.
properly. You know, after 2 flushes, you want me to take it? You don't seem too happy about the
Well,
situation.
I was gonna put it in a bag for Joe.
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
know
why don't you
anything
do
about
that?
it.
Yeah. The problem is it has to be in there. I think this one's working better, this black setup. We're gonna flush it one more time and see, okay? Yeah, this one's better. We're gonna leave this one in there. This one's working better.
What is it called? The little thing you gave me? Just a clamp?
That's the overflow tube hold down.
Okay.
this one seems to be working better. So. This seems to be better. Sometimes you gotta work it a little bit here, you know? Yep, that's better. It's kind of like a long marriage. Sometimes you have to work at it.
Yeah. All the time you have to work at it. You don't stay married for those kind of years when you don't work at it, right?
Ain't that the truth, huh? Yeah, that's something to be proud of.
Yep, I am.
Yeah, that's good right there. We're gonna leave that.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Give it a little time.
And then you're gonna look at the faucet for me.
Yeah, look at that too. You know, can't walk on water here. I try, but sometimes I try, but.